Welcome. And we are back in Valheim. This is Gutra. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to continue in our bridge building series, or I should say road building series, the Bridge to Nowhere, or the Road to Nowhere. I'm still on that bridge. If you haven't seen the bridge, you will shortly. Thanks for joining me today, and we're gonna get right to it because we're gonna jump in. We're gonna try to finish in a short period of time, probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We're gonna try to finish this road that we've been working on. It's been hard, mostly because of the terrain and trying to navigate that terrain with a hoe and a pickaxe, which in this game isn't the easiest things to do, right? It can get kind of difficult. So we're going to do that. It's a lovely balmy morning here in Valheim. And we're just going to, make our way over to the new build and see if we can make some progress on this road to nowhere. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. If you've missed any of my previous episodes, you can catch me on YouTube. I usually post everything to YouTube after my streams, and you can just find me on YouTube by searching Guitar. Alright, that's enough. Here we go. This is, if you haven't been here before, this is my ongoing castle build that I'm working on. We're gonna finish this up as we get along, but right now we're gonna work on this road. I'll go ahead and take you across the bridge. What was that? Did you guys see that little red glowing thing? Must have been my helmet. That's my helmet. Yeah, so this is the bridge that we finished up before we started the Road to Nowhere series. It took me, I want to say it took me about 2 days. Maybe 2.5 days streaming to finish this. There was some complex things going on in this build, but I think it looks great. You'll be able to see it better during the day. One of my big challenges with this bridge was to be able to make it so that a boat can go underneath it, while at the same time a cart can go over top of it. So that's what we were working on, and I think we did okay there. Let me just arm myself in case somebody feels froggy. I heard something. I'm thinking maybe it might be nighttime and not morning. Yeah, see? He's feeling froggy. Alright, let's go check it out. Let's go see. Yeah, I think maybe we're working at nighttime here. So this is the road we're working on. I haven't paved this area yet. That will happen. I paved this area just because I had worked so hard on this little, I don't know what you'd call this, an overlook maybe? To the other little stream right here, which is hard to see in this light, but there's a little stream down there. And then of course this was just wall, or a hillside. So we've managed to make our bridge all the way through this little pass here. And then finally out into the open over here. And this is the area that I'm working on right now. It's a little bumpy, a little hilly. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I'm not trying to make it perfect either. And part of the reason for that is because we are kind of far from the castle now. So I don't want it to look too pristine because we're farther out. Oh, somebody else wants to play. So we're gonna do that. As far as how far I've gotten along in the storyline, I have made my way past Bone Mass, so I've already taken care of him, and am now in the plains biome primarily. So that we can take on Yagluth. And I'm taking my time. I know a lot of guys, and a lot of my friends who are streamers too, they like to kind of rush through it. But for me, I'm just enjoying the experience, honestly. This game is pretty awesome. and I don't want to rush through anything. So I'm taking my time with it and enjoying the building. And I know it's hard to see everything because it's at night, but I'm already here, and I don't want to take you all the way back to my home base just to sleep. So, yeah, this is what we're working on now. This is rough, man. Like I said, the terrain is just, it's hard to manipulate, and but we're going to do it. We're going to work on it. So the road is going to continue this way, and then it splits right here between these two oak trees, and then it's going to go off this way, a smaller kind of tributary of the main road. It's going to go off this way to this area over here, which got a friend, hang on. You can see the bridge or the castle right there. That's awesome. Yeah, you can see that so clearly. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so this way, down this little road here. And we may not even pave it. We may just leave it like a dirt road. This goes to a Draugr village that I found and I've already cleared out. I may or may not, I don't know, sometime in the future, do something with this area, build it up, fix it, whatever. But for the time being, it's going to stay there where it is. So, like I said earlier, we're kind of in the plains biome, making our way towards Yagluth, and I don't feel like I am quite strong enough yet to do that. So what I decided to do was to build this castle build here, which you saw me start up in, or come through in, and then this castle is located in this nice little meadows area, which just so happens to be, if we look at the map, I'll show you, it just so happens to be next to this plains biome, and then over on this side, this plains biome. Okay, and then there's this swamp, which we have thoroughly decimated already, and then this plains biome over here. There is also a plains biome on the other side here, you can see, and another plains biome across this little river area here, and then this entire island, which is plains. So I thought it would be a good idea to build a base that had access to all these plains biomes nearby, you know, so that we can pick up the things that we need, not only to strengthen ourselves, but also eventually be able to take care of Yagluth. So that's what we're doing. And then as part of this whole process, we built this road, and we're just, you know, it's just a basic right now. This is just kind of like the outline. Down here to where my boat is. And then we will take care of this fella. We will at some point, like there's another guy that wants to play over there. We will at some point build some sort of a dock or a wharf or something down here so that we can land our boats in, and then cart whatever we need to take up this road to the castle build. So that's kind of the idea. Let me just get rid of some of this trash, and boat's taking damage. There's something attacking it. Let me just repair it real quick here. Oh wow, took a lot of damage. Okay. Alright, so let's do this real quick. I'm just going to clean up my bag area here. I don't really need that. I do need that and that. Okay. Pretty easy. Okay. So we'll make our way up this way. Let's see, what's this? Let me just clean necktails. Who needs them? We'll feed them to the fishes. Alright. So the basic outline of the road is done. We'll flatten all this out, and then we'll put some, we'll pave it nicely. I'm trying to repair you. I really don't need any of that stuff, but I'll go ahead and clean up. Let me see. The bukeberries. I haven't figured out a decent use for those things. I don't know if any of you have, but not me. Alright, so we'll get some daylight here soon. We'll be able to see a lot better. I just wanted to kind of give you a tour of the road. The actual path is done now. It's complete. It's just we have to clean it up and, you know, pave it and make it useful for transport. And then we will go down and grab all that iron that I have sitting in my boat because we need to use it. All right. Yeah. So I was thinking, because this area is so wide, you know what I might do? Yeah, here. See there? Yeah, the floating rock. Okay, that's really what I wanted to work on. So we're going to do that. We're going to pave right here. I want this floating rock to be kind of like a, I don't know, what would you call it? Like, you know, like when you're on the highway and you have those kind of little stops that you can stop at, and they have some sort of like local oddity. That's kind of what I was thinking with this area. So we're just going to pave this. I might make this into what could be like a trader's area or something. I might build a couple of little stalls here just to dress it up a little bit. Or it could just be like a turnaround, you know. If you need to turn a cart around or something, it could be used for that. So we'll do that. I'm trying not to make the road perfect. I'm trying to leave some, you know, a little bit of small patches of unpaved area here, because I want to make it look like it's not well maintained, you know, because we're kind of far from the, yeah, right there. We're a little bit far from the castle at this point, so, you know, I can't see how. We're out of stone. Okay, we'll have to go get some more stone. Yeah. And then I'm going to have to move my stone cutter here to up here. We'll put some sort of a torch or something to light this area. I just want to just want to get the road completed, and then we can start adding the you know, the dressy stuff. All right, so let's go find some rocks. Now, this didn't occur naturally, obviously. What you can do to create this little phenomenon is just find one of those little, I don't know what you'd call them, like outside burial site or something. You know, where you can find bones, and sometimes you can find like a gem or something in it, and they're all standing up on rocks. You can mine those rocks with your pickaxe, and if you leave the top one there, it'll just be left there standing. So it's kind of a cool little thing. It's interesting that the physics when you dig into the ground are different from the physics of, say, a roof or something that lays on top. Just picking up some stones. Looks like a big stone over there. We have to be careful not to get too close to the plains. I mean, I can handle, you know, a couple of little guys attacking from the plains, but if I accidentally run into like a village, I'm gonna pretty much be smoked. Not quite ready for that, and I haven't even really thought about strategies on how I'm gonna start to get those totems that are in the little towns, the little fueling villages. That's something I'm going to focus on a little bit later after I finish this castle build, because we will definitely be continuing, and I mean, I want to go all the way to the end game, but I'm just going to take my time with it. I'm not going to stress too much, you know, about it. Just going to have fun with it and chill and do what I want to do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the fascination with trying to rush through a game as quickly as you can. I mean, it's interesting to watch, sure. That's personally not my kind of gameplay. I'm really just a, you know, kick back and chill kind of guy. I'm not even really good with like shooter games or stuff like that. I really just love building games and, you know, doing that kind of stuff. Crafting is good. Those kind of games where you have to craft stuff and you have to go collect materials, and survival games, those kind of games. That's kind of what I like. And right now, at least in my opinion, this is by far the best crafting slash building slash survival game that is available on the Xbox. I don't think there's anything that even comes close. It definitely fills a niche, though. Friend. Hey, buddy. I knew he wasn't coming to help, so I just thought I'd get him out of the way. You know, for some people, this side of the game may seem a little boring, but to me, this is the fun part, you know? It's chill, there's no stress, you just, you know, looking around for stuff, gathering materials. It's great. I dig it. I think that's going to be it with my stone. Let's see what I got. Okay, we got about 100 stone. So we'll make our way back. Little things that I like to do. Where are we heading here? Is I like to clear this kind of stuff. So I'll go down here and, like, if I see, say, like dead logs or something like that. Oh, there's more stones there. I think I have a buddy coming. Yeah, there he is. I'll just go ahead and clear them. Makes life easier later. And you can never have too much stone or wood, for sure. We're not maxed out. We're not capped on our weight. We're just we're capped out on our inventory space. So we need to go back this way. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move the. Let me. Okay, we'll have to access the cart so I can put some stuff away in there. See what I can do here. Regular wood, I can put that away. Cart's full. Let's see, put that there. Put this here. Put this here. I could probably put this away. And, oh, that's it, huh? Nope, put that away. Okay. I don't feel rested anymore. Well, I worked over the night, so of course I'm not going to feel rested. Alright, so let's go take this down and then we'll rebuild it. No, that's just this. Okay. Alright, so we'll have to take this down as well. We'll go build them over here. I'm thinking about building like a stone, maybe railing or something along parts of the road. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to do that yet. But yeah, that's definitely in the works. Okay, so we're going to come maybe... It's going to be... Most of our work today is going to be right here. In this area, because it's going to take some engineering to get this passable. Let me just let me put it right about here, I guess. All right. So we'll put our crafting table down right about here. And we'll put our stone behind it. If I can get it there, I can put it in front. There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, so now we can... So, back to building. Yeah. You get right at that line. And again, what we're doing is we're trying to show how the road may be in a little bit of disrepair. Okay, so we have to kind of get away from the paving now and start leveling this ground out a little bit. We need to eat. What I like to do with these areas, I like to try to smooth it out as much as I can first while I'm going up the hill, and that gives me a little bit of an incline like this. It's difficult when you have something like this, so you just try, you know, just keep working at it. If you move and click at the same time, it'll keep the elevation pretty close to what you want. And then you have to kind of jimmy it a little bit. See, that looks a whole lot better already. We do have this huge, like, drop-off right here, which this is part of the problem, is I'm having a little bit of trouble getting that flattened out enough and smooth enough. Because we do need to have a cart make its way up here, you know? And I think I'm going to have to probably Okay, we'll use the pickaxe here. When I have issues like this, what I'll do is I'll use the pickaxe once. Pickaxe. Use the pickaxe once. I can't say it, man. And then try to smooth out around. If I have another problem area like this one, we'll just do it once. Switch back. And then again, work on clearing it like that. And it usually works pretty good. It looks a lot better than it did. I'm gonna have to go repair my, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it looks a little rough, but it's not too bad, you know? It's better. Okay, I'm kind of liking where this is going. This is a little odd. Flatten down a little bit. That looks a lot better. And we have our slope. And the slope doesn't look too bad now. It's got some rough spots, like right here. This looks like this could use a little bit of help. So, just like if you have, you know, little pock marks or holes or stuff in your road that you don't like, you can always drop, like raise the ground and then smooth it out again. See, I don't like the unevenness here. How this side seems to have a bump that's above. That's really kind of bugging me, actually. Alright. Let's do that. That looks a little better. And then we're gonna take this down a bit. I have a feeling like the meridians that the Valheim maps are built on can affect the ground like this. It just seems like if you go a certain way or you go against, say, like the primary directions, north, south, east, west, you tend to have trouble with straight lines. And I just think that's how they, you know, they build the map. All right, we are definitely going to have to... Yeah, that's better. Okay. There's a little bit of a slope here. I don't like this little bump. Cool thing is that we're on stone, so we could smooth that out pretty easily. Yep. Okay, we got to go repair. It's kind of late afternoon anyway, but we made really great progress. We need to have a little smoothing to do here. And probably a little widening here. And definitely want to make this wider. Okay. We're on our way. We're getting close. We're getting very, very close. So I'm going to head back, and I think what I'm going to do is, because I have the room for it, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some stuff that I can bring back with me. I don't need the tar in here. And the coal I could always use back. Let's get rid of this. And then I'm going to take... If I can carry it. I probably can't carry it. Yeah, that's going to be over. Let's see. Split it in half there. 450. Yeah, exactly. 450 on the dot. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll drop some stuff off at the castle. And, yeah. It's coming along nicely, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's get going. already checked this out, and if I'm running, I can pull a full cart up that hill, and I'm okay with that. You know, you're not going to have an absolutely perfectly flat road, but you can try to get as close as you can. Hey, buddy. Now you can see the bridge a little bit better. I love the lights. The lights really make it stand out. This looks kind of magical. Valheim did a really good job with their usage of light. I'm gonna have to get under the bridge and cut whatever that is. Yeah. Let's go ahead and come over here, and I can put some of this coal away. I think I'm just going to put it in here. Yeah, that's fine. I don't quite have enough to do a full round, but yeah, we'll get to all the processing in just a bit. We do have a lot to process. Let me see, that might be my coal barrel. It is. Alright, we'll do that instead. Okay, it's officially nighttime. I do want to put everything up and fix my hoe and my tools before we go home. Cool. Oh, let's do that. Okay, so we'll come in here. This front door I'm still thinking about, but I think I'm going to leave it as is. I might change the out a little bit, but this is the main door to the castle. So when you come up here, this will be the grand entry hall. You know, there'll be a red carpet that goes all the way back to a dais that's built up on a some sort of a platform. We're also going to continue further. We'll put like a door or something behind the where the throne sits. And then we'll create the, we'll probably put something in it to hide, in front of it to hide the door. Like a banner or something. And then if you go behind that door, you'll be in the living quarters for the Jarl. Which would be myself. But, you know. Alright, let's fix our stuff here real quick and then we'll go home. I do want to put some stuff away too. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Could put that away. Need the rocks, so I'm not going to put the rocks away. Maybe I've got the tar in another spot. We'll see. No, I don't. I have a lot of rock there. I'll stick the... I should probably put this. Yeah, let's put the tar in here. I probably have it in one of my other chests, but... Yep. I figured I would be. Oh, wait. Let's just move this up. Here. Yeah, we'll put these over here. Right here. Good enough. Okay. Inventory management is huge in this game. It is crazy huge. There's so much to it. Eventually we're going to change these chests over. There it is right there. I kind of figured I had it somewhere else. Alright. Again, we're going to keep the rocks because we're going to need those to pave the road with. There we go. Okay, good. Alright, we're ready to go home. Get ourselves a good night's sleep and then get right back to it, right? And this is my home base, if you haven't seen it before. We'll garden. There's a workshop over there. It's where I do most of my crafting and storage and cooking, things like that is in that building right there. I have something like, I want to say 18 to 20 beehives now. So I don't have any problem with honey. This is my little, it's usually lit up, but I guess my my torches have gone out. This is my little port for my main base. Okay, so we'll get our rested bonus back so that our stamina doesn't run out so quickly. So what about you guys? What's your favorite part of Valheim? I'm interested. Me, it's building, obviously. If you watched any of my videos, you'll know that. I'd like to hear if you can put something in the comments. Just let me know, what is it? What's your favorite part of Valheim? What do you like the most about the game? It's very immersive. My wife and I first started playing this probably March, April, no, May. In May. For the first time. And I'm just blown away at how immersive it is. The artwork and the sounds, the lighting, everything, it just comes together to create, even though it's like kind of pixelated. You know, when you get up close, everything's really pixelated and doesn't have a whole lot of definition like you can see on the wall there. But when you back up a little bit, it just changes. It's just beautiful. It's kind of amazing how they did that. And I've heard people complain about the faces in Valheim, people's faces. Let's see, let me take my helmet off really quick. So, to me, I mean, you know, there's not much detail in the face, right? But to me, it's really cool. And I honestly think it kind of speaks to, like with the eyes being kind of a gray or maybe all blue, no pupils kind of thing. Sort of speaks to the idea that Valheim is a place for spirits to prove their worthiness for Valhalla. So I think it fits. I think it's actually a brilliant way of showing, you know, you're not really human anymore, which is the main pretense of this game, you know, is that you're not human. And you're actually, at this point, you're an immortal. Can't really die. You're already dead. So yeah, it's very cool. So we're gonna, hopefully, you know, we got about maybe, I'm gonna stream for about another hour. So maybe, hopefully, in this hour, we will have completed all the work on the bridge. I mean, on the, there I go again, on the road. And we'll have it all paved. That'd be my goal for today, is to just have it all paved. That would be a win. And then next time out we can add all of the decoration and, you know, whatnot. Slight. Take that down a peg. Yeah, better. You do the same over on this side. Really just trying to build a slope that is passable with a full cart. That's really the main goal here. That looks a whole lot better. I don't like this little one here. We'll try to do something with that. It's better. It's not perfect. It's better. Alright. So sometimes I like to try using the pathin feature. Sometimes it's good, sometimes not so much. Just to kind of smooth it out a little. And I am more than happy if anyone has any tips on how to use this feature. If you could leave them in the comments, that'd be great. I do know that with the regular level ground feature of the hoe, and I'm on the Xbox, so I'm talking about controllers. If you press down on the right trigger before you hit the right bumper to actually do the work, it changes the focus of your center point from your feet to where the crosshairs are. So by pressing down here, I'm trying to like level this to this area here. If I hit that, supposedly, yeah, it looks okay. I think that's how it works. So if we go here, yeah, you see, kind of. And then if I want to bring this down, I just let go. That's a little rough. Let's see. We'll go back to the pathing, see if we can smooth that out a little bit. Really looks like it does much. Yeah, I'm not really too sure on what that pathing feature does. I haven't seen a whole lot of difference. So what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to end up having to use the old pickaxe again to create what I'm looking for, and then try to smooth it over just a little bit with the hoe. Yeah, and I don't want. I see that, to me that's too much, right? But maybe if I stand about here and I use the hoe here. Oh, I'm using the pathing. Let me go back here for level ground. There we go. Right there. That'll kind of smooth it out a little bit. Yeah. So it did. Yeah. That's really kind of what we're doing. And in these areas here, I have to break them down. So I have much of a choice because they're not wanting to break down on their own. There we go. That looks a whole lot better. All right, let's smooth this out. That's going to be good. I think we did a good job there. Okay, that looks a lot better. A lot better. Whole lot better. Yes. I actually feel like I can probably... There's a little kind of... Right here, let's see... Looks better. Okay. And then over here... We just have to stand at the right height to make this work. What I'll do is I'll go here, try to get this down a little bit. That's going to take a... There we go. That's good. Not bad. Looks a lot better than it did at the beginning of the video. I'll tell you that. Let me just knock this down a little bit. Maybe here. Not too shabby. cut in that much. That's okay though. Screw it. Let's just get rid of it. And right there. Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks all right. I might be creating more work for myself here, actually. This is where we're going to land. Don't mind so much that I do need to widen it just a little bit, so yeah. That looks a little deep. That's alright. It's not too bad. Come back here. I think we're going to leave it alone at this point. It's wide enough for a cart. Maybe get to work on paving it. I do want to kind of widen here a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, like that. Take that all the way down. We just need a wider path. There's going to be some traffic on this road. We need to be able to accommodate that. I don't like this though. I'm gonna have to flatten that out. Like this doesn't look quite right here. I don't know why it's elevating. What are we doing here? Okay, so I guess it's going to start going down again. Which means we need to kind of clear that and allow for the natural slope to occur again. So this will be a little bit of work doing that. Homie sneak up on me. So along this little path here is where we're gonna build our I don't know, pier or something. I haven't figured it out yet, but I do want to at least get it kind of mapped out a little bit. I'll figure that out later. Yeah, something like that. The path is much wider now. That. Let's see. Can we level that a little bit? Bring it down some? It's coming down a little bit. Got a lot of patience for this kind of work. It's not always going to go the way you want it, you know. I have learned that you want to work down up. You don't want to work up down. Unless you're trying to raise the ground, you know what I mean? But for the most part, down up I think is the way to go. Well, I could be wrong, but in my experience, that's kind of how it's worked for me. That did not sound good. What was that? So this will happen on Xbox sometimes. My boat, see how it's taking on damage? It's a glitch. Unless... Hang on. Okay. It was not a glitch. It was this dude here. Where's he at? This guy's been... You know, these little... What are they called? Necks. These necks. They'll damage your... Take you out. It's a nice little fishing area here too, which is great because we're gonna have our pier here. So those necks will do damage to your stuff. There he is. I see him right there. I need to get him. Missed him. But look at all the fish down there. I could fish those guys out. Which are an important source of food in the mid-game. So this is a great location for a dock. Anywho. Alright, we'll have to repair the damage. So, let's continue working on our road here. That looks a little rough. It's slow going, but to me it's worth it. Again, it has to be functional. We have to be able to take a cart, you know, up this thing. If we can't do that, there's no point in having the road to begin with. We'll come back and kind of clean up that little area down there where the crafting table is. shadows are getting kind of long. I'm okay with the road looking like it was carved out of the ground a little bit. You know? It adds a certain aesthetic to the road. It's uncommon, you know. It's but it also is a way to kind of highlight the changes in elevation in a sort of a artistic way, I guess. This far out, we're really not looking for perfection. We're looking for usability. We want the road to look absolutely pristine where it's near the bridge, you know. Okay, that looks pretty good. That's a bit steep. Come back and deal with this. I know most people just want to watch, let me get lower. They just want to watch the, you know, the monsters getting killed and all that, and I like that part of the game too, but it's not my favorite part of the game. It's officially nighttime, so we will head back. Pave up this area here next tomorrow and bring the paving down as far as we can. This is my least favorite part of the road here, but it's all right. You know, it's good. I mean, this area was pretty hard to traverse earlier when I didn't have the road here, and that just on foot, you know. Imagine having to take a cart through that wooded area that we cleared. And we're just kind of chilling. This isn't an action-packed episode. Just hang out and do some Valheim civil engineering and build a road. But I'm pretty confident we'll be able to pave at least to where the pier is by the end of this episode, which is a big relief because I've been thinking on this road now for over a week. So to get it finished and then to be able to move on to the other things that need to be done is a relief. Do I have enough? No, I only have 3. No point. Okay. Rested bonus back. So we'll hurry and get back over there and we'll start doing some paving and see what happens there. The thing about paving you have to be careful of is you need to pay attention to where your crosshairs are, because it will lift or lower the ground, because it does the same thing. You have to base it on where your feet are located. bypass the bridge for now, just to get over to the site quicker. Saving this part of the road for last with the paving because I'm going to spend a little extra time making sure that it's absolutely perfect. Here you see how we have little like dirt spots in the middle of the road. That's I believe that's what you would find if, you know, in any kind of medieval road that is kind of going away from the castle. It's going to get less work, like here, the further away you get from the Lord's castle. So just going for a little bit of realism here. All right, so again, with the paved road bit here, the thing is that we want to keep our crosshair, you know, pretty close to where our feet are located. And the reason for that is we don't want. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like when the rocks kind of go up the hill like that. It looks fake. Doesn't look as good. So we'll cut those out. Okay, better. All right, back to it. So yeah, we'll put some here. You just want to try to keep it as close to your feet as you can. See how this spot's just a little bit dirtier than the... I like that. We'll leave this little section look like it's just broken there. I mean, that's okay with me. And, you know, as we get closer to where the port will be, we'll make it a little better, you know. I'm liking this. I like, maybe like that. I don't want to be up high. So that doesn't look too bad to me. Yeah. It's really starting to look like it's rag. You know, it's not as good. A little bit further. There you go. Okay. More spots where they need to do some maintenance on. Yeah, I love it. It looks great. I mean, because how boring is it if, you know, the road's just perfect without any mistakes? And it doesn't make sense either, you know. All right. We're going to move everything over a little so we can continue our work. I think with the game, if you have the computer game, you can make your area of effect smaller. I don't think you can do that on Xbox. That would be really nice if I could do it, because then I could have a little fun with it. But unfortunately, for now, all I've got is this big round circle. We'll start to fix it up around over here somewhere and make it nicer. And then I want to kind of have it trail off a little bit here and just eventually become completely forgotten. And we'll see if we can use some tricks with the hoe to make that work. For now, let's try putting the workbench here. Stone cutter. Yeah, stick it right there. That's gonna be just fine. Okay. Alright, back to it then. Kind of like that. I like that. You know, it's like it's part dirt, part stone. You know, just and then just kind of fades out a little bit. So that's okay. Yeah. Maybe we'll put one right here. Not perfect, but you know, yeah. That looks good. Okay, cool. Uh-oh. See, that's that darn... Okay, hang on. I gotta get this dude. He keeps attacking my boat. What am I doing? There we go. I am not happy. This neck keeps hitting my boat. Right there. I need to eat. Or is it another guy? Honestly, I can't tell. There he is. See him? In the water? Back here, dude. Just running away. Beautiful shot. Alright, good. Well, hopefully these guys won't be bothering me. My boat anymore. Let's fix him up. back to it. Yeah, we got to smooth this road out a little bit. Just looking at it coming down like that, or going up like that, you can definitely tell. Needs some more work. We'll go a little bit further, and then I'm going to call it. Looks like I'm not going to be able to finish this the road today. But next stream we will definitely complete it and move on to the next thing, which is going to be that dock down there at the end of the road. Yeah, it's going to take some more work. Trying to smooth that road out as it goes downhill, which, you know, we'll get there. It's just patience and a little bit of work. We'll put a little bit more. We're going to start making it a little nicer now, a little more well cared for. As we go further, you know, closer in, we're going to want a better road. So we'll get a little bit more picky about it, you know, where we're placing our rocks and how the road looks. We'll add some more decoration, you know. But I think this is going to be as far as I go now, because I have to smooth this slope out some. It looks great going down, but when you're going up, it looks different, you know. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, like right here, I could smooth that out some. I think yeah. Let's see, yeah, that looks better. Okay. I mean, it's not too bad, honestly. Here it looks a bit rough. If I can maybe a little bit above it, raise it up just a hair. I don't know. I'm not completely knocked out by it. You have to raise it up very, very small amounts so that you don't overdo it. Oh yeah, even that, just that little bit looks a lot better. This here I'm not sure of. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, that's kind of doable. Let's get right here. And go up a little bit, maybe raise that some. Maybe lower that some. Yeah, good. Yeah, maintain our slope integrity. That looks good. Okay. Looks a lot better. A lot better. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. We'll get right to the edge here. And then we'll call it for this episode. Just want to, you know, we want to get this bridge to nowhere finished. Too shabby. It looks good. Looks good. I want that a little bit cleaner there. And here. There. Let's go a little bit further up. Yeah, that's good. Awesome. Very exciting. Nice slope. Like it. Okay. Yeah, we can't really go any further. Kind of go here, I guess. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're doing well. It's a lot better. Less dirt, you know. Alright, better. Here, yes. Awesome. That looks great. Okay, yes, we're going to call it here. We did a good amount of work today on the road. We're almost done. When we get down there, we'll be done to the... And then we'll come back and we'll add the decorations, maybe some railings in certain spots. You know, it depends. We'll see where it takes us, but yep. We managed to get this all smoothed out and cut through, and we're still going up at an angle, which I was afraid we were going to lose, but yeah, you can still kind of see we're going uphill. I love how it goes up and around the corner there. That's really nice. So we've got that. We'll get that cleared up a little bit more, maybe, like I said, drop some decorations of some kind. We'll put something here in this little turnaround. Maybe some like little stalls or something to make it look like it was like a little trading center at one point in between, say, the castle and the village. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. This was just kind of an idea to put some sort of effigy that is consistent along the pathway of the road, you know. Yep. But it looks good. Looks a lot better. I'm loving how this is turning out. I'm just gonna leave this stone here. I was thinking, you know, I should probably maybe just turn around or whatever. What I might do is I might put in some grass up to this point. You know, like to here. And so that, you know, you come around this way. I might widen it a little bit here to make that turn. Yeah, I don't like this stone being in the middle of the path. But I can't knock it down, so not much else I can do. Alright, hey, thanks again for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching me build. It's one of my favorite things to do in Valheim. And we're going to continue with this series and continue with the castle build itself until we're ready to make our way into the plains and start battling some of those fueling villages. So, yeah, if you have anything or any ideas that you want to see that you think might make my job a little bit easier, or any questions about, say, how to fix a particular part in your build that you're having trouble with, I'd be happy to help. Just leave me a little note in the comments there, and I will definitely get back to you for sure. Anyway, once again, I thank you so much for tuning in and watching me do this boring build, probably to most people, but if you're a true builder, I think you can appreciate what we've done today and what we're going to continue to do throughout this series. My plan is to make some kind of really nice and involved build after every biome that we complete, every boss that we complete. And of course, security is going to have to be bigger and bigger each time, right? So that's also a consideration. Anyhow, for the last time, thanks. Really appreciate it that you guys are watching in. Love to hear from you. Until we meet again at the next stream, this is Guitar. Have a good one, guys.